GDPR, Risk Managers, DPOs, Data Governance, has your first Data Protection Impact Assessment, DPIA, proven valuable? Is it providing the required value to your remediation, encryption/sequestration, plan to protect customers' personal data and meet the requirements of GDPR, California Privacy Act, Hipaa, FERPA, banking and other data privacy compliancy regulations? Since data is constantly changing through additions and updates, it is essential to continually monitor your readiness with regularly scheduled DPIAs. A successful compliance plan begins with a DPIA and is continually verified with ongoing DPIAs. All data should be included in your DPIA, legacy databases, big data, email, Office and PDF documents, biometrics, OCR and other forms of information. Your plan should include creating intelligent forms of metadata catalogs for remediation as well as analytics and buy initiatives. We promptly deliver DPIAs with our virtual machine, VM, app in a big data environment, AWS S3/Hadoop or Azure Cloud, Departmental Server or laptop for $2,500 a quarter. Within a few weeks, know your vulnerabilities while keeping your compliance knowledge current. Download 1 month for free. Call 847-440-4439 for key. Within the VM, after the download and simple import processes, simply make the memory, processor, keyboard, networking and other configuration changes as required or desired. The regular expressions engine is pre-populated with the most widely used personal information patterns to find the location and statistics of vulnerable PII, while that will most gravely affect the stakeholders and executives, while allowing users to create and collaborate with company and business-specific PII and pertinent data for data scientists and others for predictive and other forms of analytics. A quick look at the metadata and catalogs created by the discovery process of personal information. This is the nucleus to remediate, encrypt, both the current big data Hadoop base, AWS S3 and other big data file systems, as well as the important legacy systems such as Oracle, SQL Server, Teradata, mainframe, Office Docs, OCR, Biometrics, and other formats of data. This metadata and catalogs can be shared with others as well as other metadata data tools and systems. Now let's see the primary jobs for discovering personal information, especially that is exposed. The order I suggest them to be run in is or most any order as follows. 1. First, we run the data discovery and outlier for the statistics, locations, and metadata of the exposed and potentially exposed personal information. 2. Business classification will show from what business term patterns the users selected and what percentage each of those occur in each row and column of that file. 3. Pattern discovery allows the user to select one or more patterns or a group of patterns to be selected and then shows what file, town and column that pattern was found in. All 3 allow the ability for the user to drill down into the data to the deepest level, be it HDFS, HBase or AWS S3. One of the more difficult tasks for data scientists and data management people is finding the data they need to work with. We list the data patterns of the business data types you are desiring, and when found, just click on the checkbox of the file or files, create a new folder, and we will populate that folder with those files for yours and others you collaborate with to use this data for analysis or other purposes. Quick column business classification allows the user to select one or many possible business field patterns that may lie within a file, row, and column. Such as a column may have 80% IP addresses and 15% phone numbers, or a larger percentage of social security numbers along with some phone numbers. This will allow for easier cleanup of this file and discovery if hidden PII also. The graphical interface also allows the user at most every point to drill into the data down to the point of the actual system source of record to see more how the data in question is being used. Lastly, we investigate the data discovery with Outlier Discovery turned on. This will gather the basics and detailed data profiling, analytics, and well as find the location, file name, row, and column where the PII was detected and will be stored in the metadata catalog. Again, The graphical interface also allows the user at most every point to drill into the data down to the point of the actual system source of record to see more how the data in question is being used. This concludes the BigDataRevealed for GDPR virtual machine offering for the stakeholders and C-levels to validate that the jobs they have delegated to their internal staff, third-party consulting and auditing firms and done the standards and demands of the EU GDPR, California Privacy Act of 2018 and all other data regulatory compliances under their preview. You are just a call away and a download away from our limited, 30-day free trial of our GDPR DPIA audit VM, that runs on as little as a laptop with 32 GB of RAM with our all-inclusive VM which incorporate the core discovery and components necessary for a thorough DPIA and more. Also see our complete BigDataRevealed comprehensive GDPR and general data protection and compliancy and big data application.